If you're over 60, listen carefully. Because what's on your plate could quietly be ruining your heart, your brain, even your muscles, without you realizing it. Most people still eat the same way they did in their 30s. But your body, it changes. Your digestion slows, your metabolism shifts, and your cells become more sensitive to inflammation. And when it comes to meat, the wrong choices after 60 can accelerate aging, joint pain, memory loss, even heart failure. So today, I'll show you exactly which meats to cut out, and which ones to eat instead to fuel your muscles, your mind, and your immune system. Let's start with what you need to stop eating immediately. Number 1. Pork sausages and processed pork. Yes, even the ones labeled premium or smoked. They're loaded with nitrates, nitrites, sodium, and saturated fat. A study from the World Health Organization classified processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, meaning they're directly linked to colorectal cancer. These meats drive up your blood pressure, clog your kidneys with excess sodium, and stiffen your arteries with fat and preservatives. Plus, regular consumption of processed pork is linked to a higher risk of heart disease and strokes. At 60, your body can't afford that. Number 2. Deli meats and fancy hams. You might think a few slices of deli turkey or Italian ham are harmless. But the truth? They're filled with hidden sugars, phosphates, and chemical preservatives designed to extend shelf life, not your life. Phosphates, in particular, are dangerous. Studies show excess phosphates can damage your kidneys and increase the risk of heart failure. If you're eating deli meats daily, you're silently raising your risk of diabetes, swelling, and cardiovascular problems, all without realizing it. Third on the danger list, fried chicken, especially from fast food or frozen aisles. Even if it tastes amazing, here's the ugly truth. Fried chicken is packed with trans fats, omega-6 fats, and acrylamides, toxic compounds formed when food is cooked at high temperatures. This toxic trio fuels chronic inflammation, raises blood pressure, and accelerates your risk of heart attacks and type 2 diabetes. If you're over 60, your cells are already more vulnerable to oxidative stress. Fried meats simply pour gasoline on the fire. And lastly, number 4, a surprising one. Factory-farmed, skinless chicken breast. I know, it sounds lean and healthy. But when it comes from mass production, it often carries antibiotic residues, lacks healthy fats, and is nutritionally poor. Plus, without the skin or proper fat content, it doesn't provide the essential lipids your body needs for hormone production, joint health, and skin elasticity. In fact, relying on this dry, processed chicken can contribute to muscle loss, dry skin, and even vitamin deficiencies, especially in B vitamins. If your goal is to stay strong, energetic, and sharp after 60, you need better options. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. Because nature offers meats that don't just avoid harm, they actively heal, nourish, and rejuvenate you from within. But before I reveal them, let me ask you. Let's get into the best meats you can eat after 60, starting with a true superfood that most people overlook. Let's start with a powerhouse that hardly anyone talks about anymore, yet it's one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. Grass-fed beef liver. Yes, liver. But not just any liver, it must come from grass-fed, pasture-raised cattle. Why? Because only then does it retain its full nutritional profile without the toxins from industrial farming. Beef liver is nature's multivitamin. Just one serving is loaded with vitamin A, essential for eye health, immune defense, and keeping your skin vibrant. Vitamin B12, critical for energy production, brain function, and preventing anemia. Iron, especially heme iron, which your body absorbs far better than plant sources. This helps maintain strong muscles and prevents fatigue. And importantly, coenzyme Q10. This compound supports heart health, brain power, and even cellular energy. You see, after 60, your body struggles to produce enough CoQ10 naturally. Yet this nutrient is vital for keeping your heart pumping and your brain alert. Plus, beef liver contains choline, an essential nutrient that supports memory and cognition. If you're worried about forgetfulness, or even early cognitive decline, this is where to start. How should you eat it? Once or twice a week is plenty. About 3 to 4 ounces per serving, lightly sautéed with onions and herbs to enhance flavor and digestibility. If you don't like the texture, you can find desiccated liver supplements, But always make sure they're sourced from grass-fed animals, with no additives. And here's a pro tip. Combine beef liver with vitamin C-rich foods, like a small side of bell peppers or lemon juice. Vitamin C enhances the absorption of iron, amplifying its benefits for your blood and energy. So if you feel tired easily, your skin looks dull, or your mind feels foggy, adding grass-fed beef liver could be your natural solution. But liver isn't the only secret weapon. Next, let's move to the ocean. Because the second best meat for people over 60 is a small fish with a massive impact on your bones, heart, and brain. Let's talk about sardines, one of the most underrated superfoods, especially for people over 60. But here's the key. You need to eat them with the bones and the skin. That's where the magic is. Sardines are packed with a calcium, crucial for keeping your bones dense and strong, especially as bone loss accelerates with age. A vitamin D, necessary for calcium absorption, immune health, and even mood regulation. And, of course, omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These omega-3s are essential for brain health. Studies show that regular intake of EPA and DHA can slow cognitive decline, improve memory, and even reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. Plus, omega-3s lower inflammation throughout the body, protecting your heart, joints, and even your eyes. And sardines come with another bonus. They're low on the food chain, which means they accumulate far fewer toxins and heavy metals compared to larger fish like tuna or swordfish. How should you eat them? You can buy them canned, but look for options packed in olive oil or water, not soybean oil or sunflower oil, which are high in omega-6 fats that can worsen inflammation. Eat them straight from the can, add them to salads, or mash them on whole grain crackers with a squeeze of lemon. Want to maximize the benefit? Combine sardines with leafy greens like spinach or kale, which are rich in vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 helps direct calcium to your bones and away from your arteries, preventing calcification. So when you pair sardines with greens, you're not just feeding your bones, you're protecting your heart too. If you want stronger bones, sharper memory, and healthier arteries, sardines should be on your weekly menu. Now, let's move from the sea to the land, with a meat that surprises most people with its health benefits. Now let's talk about duck, specifically, pasture-raised or free-range duck. Most people overlook duck because they think it's too fatty or indulgent. But when it's sourced from healthy, naturally raised birds, duck is a nutritional treasure. Here's why. Duck meat is rich in heme iron, the most absorbable form of iron, which supports your red blood cells and prevents fatigue and anemia, both common concerns after 60. It's also a great source of selenium, a mineral that acts like a powerful antioxidant. Selenium helps your body fight oxidative stress, which accelerates aging and increases the risk of chronic diseases. But the real star is the omega-3 fatty acids. Unlike chicken or turkey, duck, especially from pasture-raised birds, contains significantly higher levels of omega-3s. These fats are essential for brain health. Omega-3s help maintain the structure of your brain cells and improve cognitive function. Reducing inflammation. Lowering chronic inflammation reduces your risk of arthritis, heart disease, and memory decline. Supporting mood. Omega-3s are known to improve mood stability and may help reduce the risk of depression in older adults. And here's an important fact. Pasture-raised duck fat contains a favorable balance of monounsaturated fats, similar to those in olive oil, which are heart protective. Now, how should you prepare it? The best way is to roast or slow-cook duck, allowing the fat to render slowly. This not only makes it tender, but preserves its nutritional quality. You can save the rendered fat, known as duck fat, and use it for cooking vegetables. It adds flavor while providing healthy fats that enhance nutrient absorption. For an even greater health boost, pair duck meat with colorful vegetables like red cabbage, carrots, or beets. These provide polyphenol and antioxidants that work synergistically with the fats in duck to protect your cells. By eating duck once or twice a month, you're giving your brain, joints, and heart the fats and minerals they desperately need to stay resilient after 60. But we're not done yet. There's one more meat on the list that can transform your muscle strength, immune defense, and even lower inflammation naturally. Let's finish our list with a truly restorative meat. Grass-fed lamb. If you want to preserve muscle strength, protect your bones, and support your immune system, lamb might be your best ally. Here's why. Grass-fed lamb is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly the same EPA and DHA found in fish. That's rare for red meat, but it's because these animals graze on grass, not grains. These omega-3s help reduce systemic inflammation, which contributes to joint pain, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Support brain health, keeping memory and focus sharp. Promote heart health by improving your cholesterol profile and lowering triglycerides. But that's just the start. Lamb is also packed with zinc, essential for immune defense. As we age, our zinc absorption declines, making us more vulnerable to infections. A serving of lamb replenishes this critical mineral. Vitamin B12, vital for nerve health and red blood cell production. Deficiency in B12 can lead to fatigue, memory problems, and even balance issues. Iron, again, the highly absorbable heme form, which is crucial for keeping your muscles oxygenated and preventing weakness. There's also conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, found in grass-fed lamb. Studies show CLA can help reduce body fat, improve lean muscle mass, and may even have anti-cancer properties. Now, when buying lamb, always look for grass-fed and preferably local or organic sources. Cuts like lamb chops, leg of lamb, or shank are not only flavorful but nutrient-rich. How to prepare it? Slow cooking, stewing, or grilling on low heat preserves the delicate fats and enhances tenderness. For even better absorption of iron and zinc, pair lamb with vitamin C-rich sides. Think roasted Brussels sprouts, bell peppers, or a squeeze of lemon on top. If you want to enhance the anti-inflammatory benefits, add herbs like rosemary and thyme while cooking. They're not just aromatic, but also packed with antioxidants. Eating grass-fed lamb once a week or every other week is a smart way to maintain muscle mass, support your immune system, and fight the creeping inflammation that comes with aging. So, let's recap. We've covered the 4 best meats to eat after 60. A grass-fed beef liver. A sardines with bones and skin. A pasture-raised duck. A grass-fed lamb. Each of these isn't just food, it's real nutrition designed by nature to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your heart healthy. But, you might be wondering, what's the best way to integrate these into your weekly diet? And how to combine them with other real foods for optimal health? That's exactly what we'll wrap up with. Now that you know the 4 best meats to eat after 60, let's put it all together into a simple, sustainable routine you can follow every week. Because the goal isn't just to eat healthy once, it's to make these foods part of your life, effortlessly. Here's a sample weekly rotation. Once a week. Enjoy grass-fed beef liver. About 3 to 4 ounces is enough to load up on vitamin A, B12, iron, and CoQ10. Pair it with onions, herbs, and a squeeze of lemon or a side of peppers to boost iron absorption. Twice a week. Have a serving of sardines with bones and skin. Straight from the can, in salads, or on whole grain toast. Combine with dark leafy greens like kale or spinach for a calcium and vitamin K2 combo that strengthens bones. Once or twice a month. Prepare pasture-raised duck. Slow roast it and use the rendered duck fat for cooking vegetables. Pair with colorful veggies rich in antioxidants, like beets or red cabbage, to reduce inflammation and support your brain. Once a week. Include grass-fed lamb. Whether as grilled chops or in a hearty stew, lamb provides omega-3s, zinc, iron, and CLA. Add vitamin C-rich sides, think Brussels sprouts, tomatoes, or citrus, to maximize absorption. And here's your bonus tip. Always combine these meats with fiber-rich vegetables, herbs, and spices. Not only do they provide additional antioxidants, but fiber supports digestion and helps maintain a healthy gut microbiome, which is essential for immunity and mental clarity. Plus, don't forget hydration. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps your body process proteins and fats efficiently, reducing strain on your kidneys and liver. If you want an extra edge, try adding a daily omega-3 supplement if you're not eating enough fish, and a magnesium supplement to support muscle function and sleep. Remember, eating the right meats isn't just about avoiding disease, it's about living with strength, clarity, and energy. You're building a body that supports you not just today, but for the next 20-30 years. So, are you ready to upgrade your meals? Start this week. Pick one new meat to introduce, pair it with vibrant vegetables, and feel the difference. Your body, your brain, and your future self will thank you.